Hello everyone, welcome to this Let's Play series. I'm Mellow Matt, and today we're going to be diving into the world of Little Orpheus, a self-described 2.5D action-adventure platformer that serves up a unique mix of Soviet space technology, Russian mythology, and ancient creatures. First introduced at an Apple Arcade showcase in March 2019, the game initially landed on Apple Arcade on June 12, 2022. Thankfully for those of us who aren't Apple Arcade users, it came out on various consoles in September 13th, 2022. This is the Steam version. Little Orpheus received mixed to average reviews upon its release, with critics praising its intriguing story, beautiful art, and great voice acting. However, some pointed out that its core gameplay didn't quite hit these high notes. We'll find out if that's the case shortly. Despite these critiques, Little Orpheus managed to bag several awards. It won the Apple Design Award for Best Game in Delight and Fun, as well as Best Mobile Game at the Develop Star Awards and TIGA Awards. Notably, it also earned the title of Game of the Year at Indie X Awards. So if you're ready to embark on this action-packed journey filled with awe-inspiring visuals, engaging storytelling, and a touch of the ridiculous, join me as we venture into the world of Little Orpheus. Let's get started.
You are Comrade Ivan Ivanovich Privalov. In 1961, you were selected for the Shukovgrad Interalnaut Exploration Programma SSSR. Despite failing your basic physical and being caught cheating on your entrance exams, on the morning of the 12th of April 1962, you boarded a rocket drill containing the experimental device Little Orpheus, with the purpose of descending through the Earth's crust to discover the relative hollowness of the interior and its suitability for colonization.
No, you've lost me, General. Did I do what?
You and Little Orpheus were dropped into an extinct volcano to drill to the center of the Earth and find out if we could establish a city there.
That seems like a choice.
Note, if you will,
Ooh.
that this date
Ow.
is over 3 years ago.
Well, I'm already digging the giant mushroom motif. And can we appreciate that dude's mustache? Like, I know we all have problems with the Russians these days, but like, that dude had a glorious mustache. Ooh, yeah, definitely limpet. This doesn't look good.
Ivan Ivanovich, can you describe Little Orpheus to me?
Of course. It was large and round and had something of a disagreeable smell.
I was referring to its technical specification.
Well, General, I am no man of science, but it
Clearly
had
he's
this,
cheating on his
radio
exams.
thing that I was supposed to use to let the surface know I had arrived, and some sort of battery wrapped in this lead box. But I was told to not touch anything under any circumstances, and I did notice the engineers who worked on it were quite a shifty bunch.
Alright, let's get moving. Up we go. Like, the mushrooms I get, but all of this other, like, flora doesn't make any sense. Where's the sunlight coming in for this photosynthesis? Never understood that about this whole, center of the earth type plants. I mean, that's gonna break, right? I've seen enough game designs to know. Ah. Oh, never mind. They tricked me. They tricked me. Yeah.
The Little Orpheus device contained a radio transmitter capable of sending a signal through miles of solid rock.
See, this doesn't seem like a guy who failed his physical.
A powerful energy source was required. An atomic bomb, Comrade Privalov.
Makes sense.
An atomic bomb that you have lost somewhere below the Earth's crust.
Ah, yes, that bomb. Of course, General. I can explain everything. But
Oh dear.
it is a long and somewhat complicated story. And let me assure you, this is not a case of milking chickens. But you won't understand where your bomb and little Orpheus has ended up unless I start at the very beginning and you let me tell you where I've been for the last 3 years.
No, no. That's just a safety net. I thought I was going down. So if the dialogue stops, you're going the wrong way, eh? It's a very cool looking game, I gotta admit. I get the 2.5D.
From the beginning, then. But this had better be good.
Good, General. It's more than good. It's extraordinary.
Whoa, alright.
And it began like this.
I like it. Very Land of the Lost vibes, of course. I'd watch that show if that was the opening credits. Episode 1, Comrades to the Central. Central?
An extraordinary sight. I realized this must be the fabled land of Plutonia, as documented by the brilliant scholar Obruchev. A trail of destruction carved by the rocket drill led down into the wild and mysterious jungle. The rocket drill itself must have snapped in half somewhere below Kamchatka, and little Orpheus bounced out and became lost in that prehistoric forest.
Hi, knees.
If I was ever to get home, my mission was clear: to find little Orpheus.
Okay, so we're talking some basic platforming so far. Always run right.
I steeled myself and plunged deeper into that prehistoric jungle where insects the size of dogs buzzed around.
Dogs. What sort of dogs?
I beg your pardon, General?
Large dogs or small dogs? Big like an ovcharka or small like a barlonka?
Does it really matter?
Of course. Detail is all important.
Ovcharka then, General. The size of an ovcharka.
I find that very hard to believe.
Would you find it easier if they were the size of a balanka?
No. But I am enjoying your attempts to persuade me.
Alright. Massive dragonflies are a little nerve-wracking because that just means there's something bigger and angrier out there. That plant would eat me, wouldn't it? Like, that gives me man-eating plant vibes. As long as my name's not Seymour, I think we'll be alright. Yeah, a little Tarzan action. Yeah! I'm digging this. I'm digging the vibe.
Another part of the rocket drill. But still no sign of little Orpheus.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, shit. Don't go towards the man-eating plant. Oh, shit. Okay, let's keep moving. Run, 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 run. Let's go faster. Cool. We got some quick time events going on. You either love them or you hate them. As long as the game doesn't overuse them, I think we'll be okay. digging the music. Oh shit. Ooh, reminds me of the game Pitfall. Oh, okay. Is he gonna sneeze on me, you think?
Between the trees, I could see huge beasts, larger and more ancient than any known to our modern times. Could it be that Obrachev was right? And deep below the Earth's surface, prehistoric monsters still roam freely.
Yes, but little Orpheus.
Oh shit. Oh, thank goodness. I think the game helped me out there a little bit. I think I floated a bit longer than I probably should have. Okay. Get some altitude. Wait. Come on. There we go. Again, doesn't give me the vibes of the guy who failed his fitness exam. I don't know if I could do that. Oh shit. See, the size difference though, I can't imagine that it would...
intent on making a snack of me
Doesn't make any
was
sense.
none other than the most awful of the monsters, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, now you are an expert on dinosaurs.
Who doesn't know
Hardly
what a
an
T-Rex
expert,
looks
General.
like?
Just educated by the best schools in the world, like all good socialists. And I remembered one crucial thing.
I'm listening.
Well, its greed is without bottom, its hunger is ferocious, but its brain is absolutely tiny. So, it can roar and roar as much as it likes, but it will never be a match for the sharpened mind of the good Soviet worker. All I needed was a plan to outwit the monster.
Again, it's so big, I can't imagine it would think I was anything other than an annoying insect and nowhere near worth its time as a meal. I mean, is that just me? Oh, what is this? No, it's just a box. Far less exciting than I thought it was going to be.
Imagine my shock and surprise to find in that clearing the last part of the rocket drill. More shocking was the fact it had been ransacked. Someone had made off with the tools, the weapons, the rations, and the spare parts for the Pragviev. I began to suspect foul play. Perhaps little Orpheus was not lost at all, but stolen. All I could do was follow the trail further into Plutonia.
I mean, it's got to run out of fuel eventually. How muggy that would be. How much steam with the rain. How is it raining? I'm not going to ask any more questions about, you know, the logistics of this biosphere. We're hiding. We're waiting. Or we're running. That's not running. There you go. Now you can run. And now we're running. There we go. Ha! Dumb it, lizard. Oh shit, done me.
So we all agree this was the fabled land of Plutonia, do we? I don't remember accepting that.
I will admit it might not have been Plutonia if you are prepared to accept the dinosaur.
This isn't a negotiation, Ivan.
Where am I going?
General, you can disagree all you like,
Nope.
but there's very little you can do to persuade me
Oh.
it wasn't a
We're
dinosaur.
going
I
up.
might not be able to persuade you, but I can always have you shot.
Left or right? Always right. Yeah, let's not hang out up here too long, shall we? Run, 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 run. Am I gonna make it? You just gotta run, boy. Oh, shit. Come on now. Nope. Don't panic. Slow, smooth. Smooth is fast. Into the bushes. I can make it. Maybe. Oh. This, what do I get? Spidey senses? That's weirdly nerve-wracking. They do a pretty good job of building the tension with that thing. Haha. No. Yeah, that's a bad place to be. Ew, it's all gooey, I'm sure. Nice. I don't know where I'm going. That's dangerous. Waiting. Waiting. It's very Looney Tunes, and I'm all about it. It's the little giggle that I really appreciate. The music is perfect. Come on, come on. Oh, okay, yep, now he's gonna trip and fall and break the egg, right? I enjoy this comedy so far.
You hid in an egg.
Yes, General. I hid in an egg.
I am glad to hear your military training was not wasted. If only I had a single legion of men as brave and ingenious as you, with only 100 men equipped with eggs to hide in, we could roll across Europe in a day.
General,
No,
are
you
you
need
mocking
boxes.
me?
You are
Boxes.
as sharp as you are brave, Tavarish.
If Metal Gear's taught me anything, all you need is a cardboard box and you can infiltrate anywhere. Under. Under. There we go. Oh, well, that's cool looking. Yep. Let's go a little higher. Yeah. There we go. So far, so good. Oh, nope. Not gonna make that jump. What's over here that's gonna help me? Ooh, a box. I mean, just look at the size of this thing. If it's truly stone, there's no way. No possible way that this dude's moving it. Whoopa. Whoopa. Ooh, that works. That was a lot of destruction for a relatively small gain. Where'd the music stop? Now I'm
Couldn't believe it. I still struggle to believe it. A whole lost city, buried in that jungle deep below the crust of the earth. Who would have thought it was possible?
Who indeed? It is, of course, a shame you didn't think to record the moment for posterity and help us all to get over our disbelief.
But I did, General, I did. My training was excellent, and I immediately took out my комсомолец and began to document all I could.
Wait, where am I going? Oh dear. So far, the puzzle design is pretty intuitive.
Where is this camera now, then?
Ah, General, yes. What, of course, I meant to say was my training was excellent, and I immediately reached for my camera, only to realize it must have been torn from my utility belt in the crash and lost forever in that forgotten jungle.
Naturally.
Horrendous beast had returned
Alright.
and was hungrier than ever.
Perhaps it was angry it had been fooled by an egg-wearing idiot.
That is unkind, General. It may have been small of brain, but it was grand of stature.
Whereas you, Ivan Ivanovich, are lacking in both departments.
Wow.
Presuming there were no more eggs to hide in,
Did you have a new plan?
I did, General.
Please, do tell me, what was this brilliant plan?
I ran like hell, General.
Nice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep going. Of all the things to not give me a quick time event for, I would have thought that would have been one of them.
Will our intrepid yet doomed hero survive the jaws of the ferocious dinosaur? Will he meet his end miles underground as an aperitif for a ravenous raptor? What dark secrets could be buried in the lost city of Agatha? Will the general ever discover the location of his lost bomb? All of these questions and more will be answered in the next exciting episode of Little Orpheus!
I love it. That was a lot of fun. Alright folks, that wraps it up for our first episode of Little Orpheus. I hope you've enjoyed this journey as much as I have. But before we sign off, as always, if you've got any questions, comments, concerns, scraps, complaints, bitches, pisses, moans, let me hear them down in the comments section below. Your feedback fuels this journey. If you had fun, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want to join us for more adventures, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Until next time, in this captivating world of Little Orpheus, stay curious, stay adventurous, and this is Mellow signing off.